What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know that it has been a very long time since I've posted any videos on YouTube. As many of you may have saw in my previous videos, we had a baby a little over a year ago. He's a happy, healthy baby, light of my life. So I got very busy here and I didn't really have time to get out to the garage and do any work. And plus I think I took on way more than what I could handle when it came to the small engine stuff. Like, as you can see, I got many weed whackers, like right over there up on the wall. And then I also have more hanging up over there on the shelf. So, and then there's also plenty more in the backyard just sitting on pallets. So I haven't really touched any of them. So this video is going to be a little sporadic. It's going to jump around a lot just because I don't really have a lot of time to do any videos, and plus the phone that I'm using right now, I can't have it plugged into a charger while I'm recording because the charging port is all messed up. And I'm waiting on a new phone. I got it today. I just got to get it activated. So that's why the videos are going to kind of jump around a little bit. You're going to see some stuff before this video. After this is just kind of like a little introduction of what I'm doing. And then in the next few segments, you'll see just a little bit more of it. So this is at the point where I'm at now. So anyway, you're going to get more information about this truck later on in the video. So I'm not going to really explain too much right now, except this is as far as I've gotten so far on this side and that side, exposing all the rust to see what needs to be done to it. I may be doing it wrong. I don't know. I've never done any of this kind of stuff. So this is just a project truck. I paid $500 for it, which you'll hear more about later. And I wanted to originally like soup it up, like put a turbo in it and shit, but I don't really think it's going to be worth doing that. And plus I was told by our mechanic at my job that there's not really much I can do to soup it up. I mean, I did want to put a turbo in it, but I don't know, that's going to be further down the road. Right now, this is just a project truck that I'm doing some body work on. Never done anything like before, so I'm referring to YouTube to figure out how to do a lot of stuff. As I said, I got a lot of the rust exposed, trying to figure out what to do with it next. As you can see in a lot of the spots, I think this is just surface rust that's pitting, and I think that can be saved without cutting anything out. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up, but if any of you guys see this video before I get to that far and you can confirm that, please let me know. If I can just put some like a rust protector on it and then a filler primer and then everything else from there. So instead of just cutting it all out, there are some spots in here that are gonna have to be cut out, obviously, where the holes are. Then on the running boards, and you'll see more of that later. So, but anyway, this is just kind of like the introduction as to what you're going to see next. I have a vision in my head on how I want this to look, but the vision keeps changing because I keep thinking of better ideas. But anyway, yeah, this is just kind of an introduction, and the next few segments of this video, that's pretty much all it's going to be. Like I said, it's going to be a little sporadic until I can get back on track with my actual filming while I'm doing stuff. Like I said, I couldn't have my phone on the charger while I was recording, so that's why you're not going to see me do any of this stuff in the video. I got this side and the other side done, so I'll show you. I was going to do the tailgate, but it's getting late and the wife needs me, so I just figured I'd wrap this up a little bit. And so there's a lot of that pitting stuff right here too, because I was planning on thinking that I would have to like cut this entire piece out and replace it. But I think that a lot of this can be saved, except obviously the stuff that's got the holes in it and stuff. So if anyone can confirm that, again, please let me know. That way I don't do something to it that I don't need to. I think I've already done things to it that I don't need to. And realize, yes, this channel is called Yogi's Novice Garage. So, I mean, you're going to see me do things and you're probably going to be like, why the hell is he doing it like that? So, and everybody's going to have something to say. Good. Teach me something. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know what I can do to make it better. So this is just a learning curve. Never done this before, so yeah. So I'm gonna end this part, and it's gonna get into the rest of it, and then that'll be it until I get more done and I'm able to actually record the stuff that I'm doing. So I do want to put a spray and bed liner. I think I've mentioned that in another video that's gonna be tied in with this, and I think that might be the first thing I do. Maybe, so I definitely, either way, I want to get that on video. So that should be on video once I can get all the stuff for it and everything. So yep, that's pretty much it. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I will add more as I get to it. What is up, everyone? Just thought I'd finally check in with everybody to let everybody know what I've been up to lately. And so within the past month, it is April 28th right now, I think. So within the past month, I finally learned how to drive a manual vehicle. And then within a couple weeks, I bought my very first manual truck, which is what you're looking at right here. It's a 1987 S10 that I got from my nephew for $500, and he let me know things that are wrong with it before I bought it, one of which was a coolant leak, and he didn't know where it was coming from. So I brought it into the shop here where I work, and they found it, and to get to it they had to pull the transmission, which is right down here. Part of it's right here. Drive shaft's over there, gear shifter's right over there, whatever this stuff is right over here. So it has been up on this lift for probably maybe a week, so it's not going very fast. It's just students working on it, so I'm trying to be patient. But yeah, so pretty much I got plans for this vehicle. I'm gonna try to turn it into a project vehicle to see if I can polish a turd. And it's pretty much going to be a YouTube video, or a YouTube project, which means everything that I do to it I'm going to learn off YouTube. So we got some rusted out areas to address. Thankfully the doors are the same color, but if you look up at the lock, there's no lock hole there, so I probably might have to replace the doors or something. But the body itself isn't in as bad condition as what I thought it was going to be. Like, there's some rust, like up here, and my nephew's friend tried patching this up with fiberglass just for shits and giggles, so that'll have to be addressed. And then you come around to this side, and a big dent right there, some more rust, and then the same over here on this side, so that'll all have to be taken out. Underneath, there is some spots that are damn near completely rusted out, but other than that, it doesn't look too bad. The instructor here says that it doesn't really look that bad, that like the frame is okay. So I guess I'll just have to see what I can do to it. Came with all-terrain tires, so that's pretty much one thing that I've been up to lately. So yeah, so we're gonna see if we can turn this into a project vehicle and just kind of have fun with it. It's not gonna look the greatest by any means, but I got some plans for it, and the paint job that I plan on doing to it, once I figure out exactly what color I want to do, what colors I want to do, it's going to be all spray paint, because I'm going to try to do this with as little money as I possibly can. And I've been watching some YouTube videos on people spray painting their cars, and it turns out phenomenal. So I'm just gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna just have some fun with this vehicle, and hopefully it turns out good. Alright, so it's been a few more days, and I came here expecting that it was still going to be up on the lift, and obviously it still is. However, transmission is no longer on the floor. Drive shaft. We got that put back on. Looks like they put on some new, whatever that stuff is. I don't know what anything's called. So, but it doesn't. I got a welder under here, so I don't really know what they were doing with that. But transmission looks like everything's back in place. I don't know what else they got left to do to it, if anything, but hopefully I'll be able to drive. Oh, there's whatever this is down there. But hopefully I'll be able to drive this home at some point. And there was another issue with it too, is the passenger side door does not open from the inside, so I had them take a look at that. And they did have the door panel off at one point, so I'm assuming they got that. So yeah, just a little quick update on how that's going, and hopefully I'll be able to take this baby home soon. All right, so I got my truck back from the college, and so this is the interior. So as you can see, there's like no horn there. Aftermarket tachometer that my nephew put on. Aftermarket radio, obviously, and the seats are all ripped up. I need to check the brackets under here to see what's under there, because I want to put bucket seats in here. I know it's going to be a tight fit with everything, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just end up getting this reupholstered if I'm able to. But so pretty much this is going to be a project where I'm going to do one little thing at a time, and because I know it's going to cost a lot of money. All that needs to be replaced. There's no headliner on it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's no headliner on it, and all that foamy shit that got put on there. One thing that they fixed, the main reason why I took it into the college was because it had a coolant leak, and so they got the coolant leak fixed, and then also the passenger side door didn't open from the inside, but they got that fixed now. And then one thing that I noticed that they fixed, which I never mentioned it to them, but when you open this door it would pop, because I think the roller was gone or something. So they must have fixed that or something. I don't know. I never mentioned anything to them, but the parking brake doesn't work, and I don't think they touched that. So, but like I said, I'm going to do one little thing at a time, and the first thing I'm starting with is the shifter knob, because as you can see, it's tore up. So I got a new one right here, and this is going to change over time, like, because I couldn't decide on what shifter knob I wanted, because there's so many different ones that look pretty cool. So I decided I'm just going to get a new one every now and then and replace it. But I chose this one because it was one of the cheapest ones. So plus it's black and red, so, and I thought that was kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. And there's also a crack in the windshield, so. But I'm slowly looking at parts. So we're going to go ahead and pop this on here. See if, oh, that doesn't even fit. Oh, it's because I didn't put the thing in there yet. I need this little adapter to go in there, so I'm going to do that real quick. And the next thing I want to do is get a new shift lever. I've been looking for them, and I can't really find like exact matches. I think I would have to put some kind of adapter on there for the one to fit this, but I don't know, because I want like a bent lever. I don't want like a straight lever. I want a bent one. So, but And there we go. That is interior repair number 1. So like I said, the next thing I want to do is this. I'm gonna have to take some stuff apart, and so I can look at everything. Like I said, the doors match, but I don't really like the interior. Like, I need something different. Like, I want everything to look better. I know even if the closest I can get to getting this looking nice, it's going to be a polished turd, pretty much is what it's going to be. So, yeah, see, this is broken. It's a hole back there. I don't know if you can see it, but, so since I can't really find a shifter lever right now, I might wait on that and see about replacing the dash, because I did find a new dash for it. I just need to see how it comes apart and make sure I find a part that's compatible with it. So, and then my nephew said that he might have a horn for this, but I do want to eventually put a different steering wheel on there. I think this is a little too big for my taste. So, yeah, so that's what we got going on so far. So I got my first shifter knob replaced, so I might hold on to this as a little memento. So I don't know, we'll keep it somewhere for now. So yeah, so that's it. I'll update as time goes. So all right, so here's a better look at the outside of everything. So as you can see, everything seems pretty good here. The hood is in pretty good condition. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's some rust, surface rust. That won't be too hard to get out, but I think I'm gonna change the hood. I want to put an induction hood on here just because I think they look cool. And so you go around here, and on the rocker panels, if you can see it, it's pretty much rusted all the way down. Same on the other side. There's no keyhole or anything. A little bit of rust here. There, the worst of it is down here. This is where my nephew's roommate tried patching this with the fiberglass just for shits and giggles. So the back bumper, I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it's all bent up. And I thought it was rusted all the way through here, but looks like it's just surface rust, so this might be able to be saved. And then here is where the other worst part of the rust is, and then there's a big dent right here. A little bit of rust there, there, and there, and then, like I said, pretty much almost all the way down there. But all in all, it's not in as bad condition as what I thought it was going to be. I do want to do a bed liner on here, but there are quite a few dents, and I'm not really sure exactly how to get those out unless I try to beat them or take a bunch of Bondo and fill it up. It's not as bad on that side, but I'd still like to get a bed liner in here. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I just spray it the way it is, or try to get these dents out the best I can and repair it? I know there's a piece of steel right there that I think he put in there. It was probably a hole right there. But as I mentioned, this is going to be a project vehicle, hopefully. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it going to be worth it just for a learning experience, or I paid $500 for this truck, so I'm probably going to be spending more money on it than what it's worth. But at the same time, I want a project to do, so I'm thinking about just going in and doing it and just having fun with it and seeing what I can do. So I know my nephew had put these headlights in, and they're bright as fuck, but the blinker here for this part doesn't work. I still have blinkers here, but he didn't hook the blinkers up for the arrows to work. He said he didn't know how to do that. So that might be something that I take a look at. This bumper doesn't look too bad. So I think, if anything, I keep this, and the grill looks pretty good. So there is a crack in the windshield, pretty much going all the way across there from here. The mirrors look pretty good, they're intact. This is a better look at the seat. So I want to put bucket seats in here, and I know it's going to be a tight fit, so I'm trying to measure everything out to see what I'll need for it, and I'm going to have to take the seat out to see exactly what I need. So another part that I'm worried about is the dash, because as you can see, it's pretty tore up, and right there, and the glove box is broken. So, but this is what I have to work with, so I really want to do this, just finding the time to do it. There is some sheet metal at my work that I want to get, and I think that's how I can repair this, maybe, unless I don't know, I'm still looking things up, so on how to do this exactly. So I did get myself a portable welder over here. I have not used it yet because I'm waiting for my welding helmet to come in. So I don't know, I looked at the reviews on this, and the reviews seem pretty solid. So yeah, so just let me know what you guys think, and see if it'd be worth it to polish this turd and make it look better. So the hood isn't too bad. The roof up here is pretty good. So it does sound kind of rough running. So that's one thing that's kind of discouraging me from doing it, like if it would even be worth making it look good. But like I said, I just kind of want to have fun with it and see what I can do. So, all right, let me know what you guys think. All right, so this is probably going to be the last segment of this video before I get too far ahead of myself and leave more things out that you guys don't get to see. So pretty much what I'm going to do here, I did decide, I think earlier in this video, I mentioned something about the side pieces that were rusted out, and I was going to try cutting just the rust out and blah, 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 this and that. Well, I decided to just cut a whole section out, or sections, I should say, and I'm gonna try to cut pieces out of this. This is an old tailgate from a truck that we're getting rid of at work, and I was told that I could take the tailgate, and if I needed any other pieces, I could cut some more pieces off of it, because we're just gonna junk it anyway. So I'm gonna cut these out. I may not do it in this video. If I do, you'll see it. If not, you might see it in another video. Or I don't know if I'll get to, there's not going to be a whole lot that I'm going to be able to record, but because I'm pressed on time like every day, so I'm going to just try to get recorded what I can so I can put it in the video and show you guys. But pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these pieces out, and I'm going to try to weld them onto my truck. Now, the problem with that is I'm not going to get up and show it to you, but I did get a flux core welder, just a small flux core welder. And I'm not sure that'll be suitable for this material. This material might be too thin, I'm not sure, because I've never welded flux before. I've only done MIG or gas welding. And those you can weld a lot colder than what you can flux. So I've done a little bit of research on flux, and apparently flux isn't very good for welding thin metal because it burns too hot. So, and I did find that out with that sheet metal there that I tried welding on, and it was way too thin, and no matter what I set it on, it just kept burning through. So I got them marked out. I don't know if I'll get them cut today or not. Again, press for time. If I'll do, I'll try to get that in the video. And then I'll show you what everything that I got done when I'm able to pull it in here and get some more stuff done to it. So I'm just waiting on a few things so I can finish the patch job in. So this, obviously, it's not going to get welded in today. So I might get it cut out today, but we'll see. So, all right, I'll keep you guys posted. And piece number 3. So, probably not going to get it on video of me shaving these down. So, the next video will probably, hopefully, be the start of me welding these in and patching them and doing some more work on the side. I'll show more in the next video of what I've got done. I got the driver's side almost completely all sanded down and stuff. So I know there's going to be some hate comments probably saying I should have done this, should have done that. That was a waste of time. Probably was, but that's okay. That's why this is called Yogi's Novice Garage. So I'm just working with what I have and trying to do this project with as little money as possible. So I mean, either way, it's going to cost a lot of money, but anything that I can get for free, like this kind of stuff, to help do patchwork, I'm going to do it. So, well, like I said, I'll shave that down. I'll buff all the paint off there, and hopefully be able to weld it on there, maybe with the flux welder. If not, I'll see if I can take it into work and weld it on there with our gas welder. So stay tuned and look out for another video. Thanks for watching.